What's up guys, thanks for joining the channel. In this video I'm comparing the Motorola Razr 5G flip phone, the second one, with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G. So both of these are one of the emerging flip phones, and they're probably going to be the most popular ones. Let's go ahead and just compare these two bad boys. And if you like videos like these, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe, like, and you know what, don't even like, just subscribe. That's more important. That'll help out the channel a lot. And if you have any comments, let me know. So without further ado, let's get into this comparison. So the one important thing about this video is that these phones are very expensive, but this video is different because I'm going to tell you which ones to get for way cheaper. Now the Razr 5G from Motorola, this phone is going to be, I'm going to be reviewing it from a $400 price point, because that's how much it costs on Swappa on the used market or eBay or somewhere else. The phone is not $1,000 anymore, or $1,400 like the predecessors. And also I'm going to compare it against the Z Flip 3, which normally costs $1,000, which was a great price to begin with, but you can get it on Boost Mobile here in the US prepaid for a $400 discount. You can get it for $600. So I'm not comparing these at the full price. I'm comparing it with a $400 price on the Razr 5G 2 and a $600 price on the Z Flip 3. So these are very good prices, but which one will come out on top? Let's go ahead and get started. So obviously both of these phones are going to be 5G, so you're going to get great speeds if you're in a 5G area. The Razr 5G 2 was released in September of 2020. Z Flip 3 just came out in August of 2021. So overall, the bigger device unfolded is going to be the Razr 5G overall. The weight is going to be a little bit bigger on the Razr 5G, 6.77 ounces versus the 6.4 ounces on the Z Flip 3. But basically, those are two lightweight devices regardless, so they're pretty much tied in weight. The build quality. Now, obviously, these are both folding phones, so these are very different from the regular phones out there, but these are mostly going to be plastic devices. So they have a plastic, for the Razr 5G, a plastic front when it's opened, a glass front when it's closed. It has a glass back and aluminum frame with stainless steel hinge. The Z Flip 3 has a plastic front, glass back, and aluminum frame. So similar build quality. These are going to be top notch in build quality. They're not, they have some metal properties to them. For the SIM card, both of these are awesome that they both have eSIMs built in. So that's more of an advanced one of a kind type of thing. Not a lot of phones have these. Mostly iPhones, mostly Samsungs, and Pixel phones. So it's good to see the Motorola Razr have that eSIM in there. The Razr has a water repellent coating versus the Z Flip's IPX8 water resistance, so you can dunk it in water up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. Very similar in size. These phones are going to fold up into a very compact square, so that's pretty much the gist of these things. This is the thing that's going to make these very popular. Flip open, in and out, so that's going to be awesome. And when you open them up, they're going to feel just like regular Android phones. Now you're going to get on the Razr 5G a foldable POLED display, so 60 hertz. Z Flip 3 has an AMOLED display at 120 hertz. Now the overall size of the screen when you open them up are, like I said, going to be close to regular Android phones. So the Razr 5G 6.2 inches, Z Flip 3 is 6.7 inches. So overall bigger screen on the Samsung. 70% screen to body ratio on the Razr 5G, so a lot of bezels kind of involved. Z Flip 3, 84% screen to body ratio, so less bezels. For the resolution overall, these aren't going to blow you away, but the Razr 5G has 373 ppi density, which is okay. Z Flip 3 is better at over 400, at 426 ppi, so think about around 1080p for these devices. Now for the software, that's going to make a big difference to a lot of people. Razr 5G has a stock version of Android pretty much. Z Flip 3 has Samsung UI. So Razr 5G is more sleek, more clean. Z Flip 3 Samsung UI is going to have more features, but it might be a little bit too much for a lot of people. A lot of going on, but nonetheless, it has a lot of stuff. You have the Razr 5G Android 11, Z Flip 3, Android 11 as well. But for the most part, all your popular apps are going to work exactly the same, feel exactly the same on these devices. Chipset: Razr 5G 765G Snapdragon processor, Z Flip 3 888 Snapdragon processor. So both of these are pretty powerful, but Z Flip 3 is going to be more flagship quality. But 99% of apps will work perfectly fine. All your social media, your video, your music, your podcast, your Bluetooth, your hotspot, your maps, your camera, your texting, your calling, all that good stuff will pretty much work very, very snappy and fast with both of these processors. Storage: 256 on the Razr 5G. Z Flip 3 128 gigs, so the winner in storage is Razr 5G. Neither of these have a micro SD card slot, and both of these have 8 gigs of RAM, which is more than enough nowadays for everybody. There shouldn't be any crashing or any apps closing in the background. 8 gigs is a good amount. And now for the cameras, Razr 5G has a 48 megapixel main camera. The Z Flip 3 has several cameras, 12 megapixel main camera, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and both shoot in 4K. So out of these two, obviously the Z Flip 3 will win this one out because of that ultra wide camera. Both of these, for the most part, will take great pictures in the day, except at night. I think the Z Flip 3 will probably do a better job. Overall, better camera system. Samsung will beat Motorola any time of the day. Selfie camera: 20 megapixel shooter on the Motorola, 10 megapixels on the Z Flip 3. You shoot 1080p on the Razr, 4K on the Flip. So better selfie camera overall on the Samsung. Neither of these have a headphone jack. Some people might be disappointed, but that's the trend now. Bluetooth 5.1 on both of these, so they'll connect to your wireless speakers, wireless headphones, and smartwatches. Both have NFC for payments. Both have USB Type-C for charging. Fingerprint and unlocking. Now the Motorola goes with the rear-mounted one. Z Flip 3 side-mounted one. So both have a physical fingerprint reader. Neither of these have an in-display fingerprint reader. They're both going to be very reliable. Now the battery, very important here, especially with these flip screens. It's good and bad for battery life. So let's go at Razr 5G 2800 milliamps, very small. Z Flip 3 3300 milliamp, a little bit bigger, but not that big overall. The standard nowadays is a 5000 milliamp battery. So by the sizes of these are pretty small batteries. But if you think about it, both of these phones close, and they both have a front cover display on them, which shows information, but it's not going to open up and turn on the whole screen. So that'll save battery right there. But the Razr 5G has just a way bigger cover screen that lets you interact with it more, and just a lot more going on. So paired with that smaller battery, it might not go that far. Z Flip 3 has a more subdued, smaller cover screen. It won't show as much information as on the Razr 5G, but it's probably going to be a little bit better in the battery department. Now for charging, the Razr has 15 watt fast charging, same thing with the Flip 3, but the Flip 3 also has fast wireless charging and reverse wireless charging, so more charging options on the Z Flip 3. So you already went through all the specs and all that good stuff, so you know what these phones offer. And what's my take on this? Well, for the regular retail price, neither of these phones are good. $1,000 for the Razr sucks. Flip 3 for $1,000 kind of sucks as well. But when you get these phones for $400 used on the Razr 5G and the Z Flip 3 for $600 brand new on Boost Mobile prepaid, which is kind of crazy, the prices are perfect. Either of these at this price range for what you get is going to be awesome. And especially one's going to be used, but the other one's going to be brand new. So you're paying like an extra $200 for a brand new phone for the Flip 3. At the end, I really think that the Flip 3 brand new at $600 is the price to beat. It's the phone to beat. It has everything a flagship phone should have. Great camera system, bigger screen. It has water resistance, all that good stuff. The only thing lacking on the Flip 3 compared to the Razr 5G is that it has that small cover screen. So you're not going to get a lot of interaction or a lot of information from that front cover screen. So If you don't feel like opening the device, that you're not going to get a lot of information on that. Versus the Razr 5G, which it doesn't have top tier specs, but it comes in at a lower price because you could get it used at $400. That's a steal right there. But that cover screen makes a big difference. It uses the main camera on there to take a picture for a selfie and stuff, and you could interact with it, type on it. There's a lot to like about that. But other than that, both of these are very, very like good bang for your buck when you get these phones at the respective $400 and $600 of the price point when it's used on the Motorola and brand new on the Flip 3. So flip phones are coming at it hard, especially if you wait a little bit or if you find a good deal. These phones are almost half the price of its retail. So for retail price, these phones aren't worth it, but for the prices that I had shown, $400 and $600, these phones are awesome. But I think at the end, for a brand new Flip 3, $600 is the way to go. But if you really care about that lower price point and bigger cover screen that does a lot more, that Razr 5G is tough to beat as well. At the end, both of these are great devices, and they do the same thing. They fold up into a compact device, you know, although the battery life might be hit or miss. But then again, if you're interacting with mostly the cover screen and not opening the phone as much, then, you know, it'll save on battery life. But tell me what you guys think and which one you should get. And again, guys, it would really help me out if you subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to push videos every day. Tell me suggestions of what phones you like, and you know what, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me. Peace out.